How are we doing? How's things? You're very welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is James Henton, and this evening I'm coming at you with a ring workout. You know the score. You know the score. The rings are kings. That's how it is. They are by far the greatest bit of equipment that I have ever bought, hands down. And they're probably one of the cheapest as well. And they're brilliant. Like with the rings, you can bring them absolutely anywhere. And one thing that sets the rings apart from everything else, more than anything, is what they do for the muscles in your body, how they shape your body, the asymmetry, there's just everything about them. The way they shape you is the most important thing. And this workout this evening, I've called it the ADONIS ring workout. The first exercise we had this evening, just to start off to humble you from the beginning, all right, is the ring chin up. And this is a very effective exercise for working all the muscles in your forearm as well as your bicep. I don't think there is a better exercise for your bicep out there than the ring chin up, gymnastic rings. But anyway, with the old ring chin up, great exercise. So what I set out to do was 40 reps, all right? So I'm not going for sets. My target is 40 reps. I started off just 10 body weight and then threw in some weighted chin-ups just to add that bit more resistance, you know? Target, just kind of test the muscle, that's what it is. You know, you get used to doing these continuous reps over time. You want to change it up, okay? And like I said, it gets a great pump in the forearms first off. Feel it all along kind of the outside of your forearm, the brachus radialis muscle, and then your bicep especially, which is what you want. And even when you're hanging, when you're suspended in the air as well, I always feel there's a good bit of core activation. You're feeling around here as well, as you go up and you come down, all right? And just do it in controlled manner. What chin-ups or what pull-ups are for the back, tricep dips are that for the chest, for the shoulders, and obviously the triceps as well. An amazing exercise, and you know, especially in the gym, and I've done this many times before as well, we kind of separate separate different parts of the chest, which there is, the lower, kind of middle and upper part of the chest, of the pecs especially. With the ring dip, it targets all three at once. And don't doubt me on this because I just done it. It is by far the most bang for your buck exercise I feel there is, you know what I mean? It is amazing. Like, your whole chest is pumped. And I literally, I broke this up, so I done 30 reps for this one and broke it up into 6 reps, so I done 5 sets in total. But oh my God, my chest, like actually, it's the first time in a while was on the rings. I'll tell you one thing, I need to get back to them on a much more regular basis because they're absolutely amazing. Like, it doesn't even take you that long to get a great workout in as well. But with the ring dip, right, the cues are try and keep your elbows nice and close to your body. And it just came across my mind, when you're starting off with tricep dips, it's not advisable, if you can't do them at the beginning, to keep on doing them. You have to always regress the exercise. What can I do? It's like a stepping stone, because such as any regression, you know what I mean? When you break it down and do it step by step and make it as easy as possible for yourself, well then you're gonna build up, and that's how it works with anything in life. So with this regression, which I think is very important to do, if you're not there yet with the ring dip, but if you're there with the ring dip, you'll have a hell of a time. This is a great exercise as well. It targets the triceps a bit more, but what you're gonna do is have the 2 rings locked in by your side, all right? Your feet are gonna be on the floor, and what you're gonna do is just gently let your knees come forward. So your knees come down as you hold the rings by your side, all right? So you get in that kind of position where your knees are bent forward, almost over your toes. And then as you come up, you forcefully push the rings into the ground all the way up, and the whole time you're keeping tension on the tricep and you're pushing out, and you're getting the equivalent and the regression of a ring dip, and you'll just build on that, and the more you do that, the better you get, and you'll strive and you'll just keep on getting better, and that's it. So next up, we're going to target the upper back, all right? And there is no better exercise, without a doubt, than the ring bodyweight rows. They're amazing, right? And the great thing about them is you need forearm strength. You need the strength of your forearms to actually grip the rings and hold you. And this is an exercise more than most that I see, especially when people are starting off, that they struggle to do because they're building up that strength of actually gripping the rings. And that's another That's another great thing about the rings I didn't even mention. Grip strength. You know what I mean? Those kind of the grip you have on your own life. You know, your grip strength is everything. It's the kind of power you have in your fingers alone, in your hands. You know what I mean? All the muscles of your hands. But for the bodyweight rows, they're absolutely brilliant, like I said, for targeting the upper back. Now, what I've done with this exercise this evening, I put my feet on the bench, which is kind of a progression of the exercise. But how you can start off doing it, and very simply so, just have your 2 feet on the ground and bring the rings to a certain height that feel comfortable for you to do. Another cue with the grip, okay? So I used to always get people to go from a pronated to a neutral grip. So as they'd come up, they'd twist the rings out. But I've decided, because I'm kind of doing a bit of research into it now, the best way to do it is actually just straight on neutral grip. Because it also takes away that element of actually having to think about why they twist the hands the whole time. Now I do like it, but actually it has no relevance to the exercise, I don't feel, all right? So just keeping a nice neutral grip straight on, and just what you can do is squeeze your glutes. Make sure the glutes are turned on, make sure you're kind of contracting your core a small bit, and there's no real retraction of the scapula here. I used to normally retract the scapula as you pull through. There is a small element of it, and when you get tired, it kind of goes out the window. But at the beginning, the old rear delt flies, right? You can't beat these. I have to say, I've only recently came across the importance of prioritizing the delts. They are an absolute beautiful muscle, and they will give you that pop element, that pop look, especially to your physique. There's nothing more attractive than a fucking set of big boulder shoulders, you know what I mean? But once again, they're kind of split into thirds. With the rear delt fly, you're gonna be flying away. You will be flying away after this as you build up the rear delt, right? The thing with the rear delts, they're very small muscles, so you're gonna need a lot of reps to really kind of fill the muscle and put a bit of strain under it. That's the most important, because if you don't put any strain, it's not gonna grow at all. With this cue, set up with the rings, what you wanna do is gently lean yourself back, have your arms straight out in front. Slight bend in the elbow, okay? And what you do as you gradually come up, you bring the rings just above the shoulder height, you keep your arms nice and straight till you're fully extended out. And what you want to do is kind of retract the scapula and squeeze as you come out, and then gently bring yourself all the way back in, and just dropping all the way back and then pulling all the way back out and pulling all the way back in. All right, so you're doing a fly. It's gonna fly away, you know what I mean? It's a great feeling. You get a great, it's another amazing exercise, and it can be done as well as the rings. Let's not mention it, but I was gonna say you can do it with the TRX straps as well, but it's better done with the rings. From there, we moved on to a favorite of mine, okay? This is the ring knee tuck. Now this is a very effective exercise, not just for kind of building that core strength, but it's almost predominantly like a chest exercise, weirdly enough. While you're suspended in the air, right, with the setup of this, you're gonna have the 2 rings in and around hip height, okay? What you're gonna do is come inside the rings, you're gonna push the rings towards the ground, force them towards the ground, right? And then you're gonna lift your knees up, all right? Curvature to the pec, which is a very attractive trait, and it gives us kind of fullness to the kind of just the bottom part of the pec. And I also feel like it splits the pec in half as well, or splits the pec in half, splits the chest in half. Don't split your pec in half. It splits the chest in half, all right? So just where your sternum is, your chest bone here, kind of just pulls the pec either side. As you're suspended, think of it, you're suspended in the air, you've got no real grip, the rings are shaking side by side. You have to stabilize yourself. You have to kind of bring your elbows nice and close to your body, keep yourself there, and that takes a lot. It's an absolute great exercise. It's gonna burn the core. You do about 12 to 15 reps there, and it's just an amazing exercise. And like I said, you get that added benefit of a pump at the chest, and also building that asymmetry in your body as well, which will just make you more attractive. So, and then last but not least, we finished with some kind of tricep supported ring dips, all right? So this time we brought the rings down to a nice height, and as you would do on a bench, very much like bench dips, you're just doing them with the rings. Now, another regression of this exercise is to bring the feet nice and close to you. The further they're away, the harder it is, but the closer the feet are, obviously the easier it is. But just trying to keep the rings nice and close to the side, all right? You're gonna feel a great pump of the tricep this is as well. And for the upper part of the chest, that's where I felt the most as well. Kind of the tricep predominantly, but the upper part of the chest as well. Brilliant exercise, and I just kind of went to failure for the last 3 sets of failure, and then finished it out. So that was kind of the ring ADONIS workout in full. yo, I can't talk highly enough about them. They're amazing. And all you have to do now is just buy your own set. And like I said, you can stick it up anywhere. If you have a tree in the back garden, stick it up there. But you get a great pump, you build a great physique. And yeah, listen, my name is James Henton. Thank you very much for watching. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one, and hopefully I'll see you very soon. All the best. Peace.